We've long told you about activist judges undermining Trump's immigration policies, but this next story is outrageous. A district court judge in Massachusetts is accused of helping an illegal immigrant sneak out a back door to avoid being deported. Here's the backstory. Jose Medina Perez of the Dominican Republic was in court on drug charges and also faced a fugitive warrant for drunk driving. In a new audio recording obtained by the Boston Globe, his defense attorney is heard at the bench with the prosecutor and Judge Shelley Joseph. They raised doubt about whether Medina Perez had been correctly identified by ICE and whether he should be set free. Listen.
I don't think it's him.
ICE is convinced that this guy, I went through the research, there's 13 FBI laws connected to the social worker. So something is bad. The client denies that it's him. I say that he wasn't. But I think the best thing for us to do is clear the fugitive issue and do something more personal.
If you need more time to figure this out, if you till tomorrow, this is going to get him. What if we continue?
Larry, can you go off the record for a moment?
Now, minutes after that recording, witnesses say the illegal was escorted out a back door and then released from custody. He then scaled a fence and escaped. We should note he has not been caught. Joining me now, Leo Terrell, a civil rights attorney, and Brian Kelly, a former federal prosecutor in Massachusetts. Brian, I want to start with you. How unique is it to have a federal investigation into a sitting state court judge on an issue such as this?
Well, it's not common at all, Laura. It's a bizarre set of facts, right? The defendant is arrested on drug charges. He's been deported twice before. And then because, for whatever reason, the judge turns off the tape recorder, contrary to court rules, we don't really know what she says next. Next thing you know, he's running out the back door onto the streets of Boston. So I think even by Massachusetts standards, this is a little bit too much judicial activism. And it's led to, according to the Boston Globe, a federal investigation, a grand jury investigation. And that in and of itself is quite unusual.
Well, he has since been caught. I want to make sure I get that right. So he's since been caught. But the underlying facts of this are really disturbing. Governor Charlie Baker spoke out about this. Leo, I want your reaction. Let's watch.
The facts of this case, as presented by the media, indicate a willful attempt to obstruct the work of a federal law enforcement official. And that's an inappropriate role for a judge.
Now, I guess Judge Shelley has not been on the bench very long, but nevertheless, Leo, would you say, Judge Joseph, would you say that this is warranted? Is this extrajudicial conduct? I mean, when you look up activist judge, this is really activist judge. It's not just a ruling. This is go.
Well, Laura, hi. Thanks for having me. And first of all, we're going after the judge. What about the prosecutor, the defense attorney, and the officer who allowed him out to escape? I find this really odd because, as the governor said, based on the facts from the public, where's the investigation of the district attorney and the prosecutor? Wasn't there a conspiracy when they all got before the judge and said all these things? So I think my colleague who's on the show is ignoring the prosecutor who represents the state of Massachusetts and the defense attorney. Why single out the judge? Why? I'm confused. And one other point.
Does the judge not have control of his own courtroom?
Why?
Brian.
Well, I think people expect a judge to uphold the law, interpret the law, but not subvert the law. So I think the focus is on the judge right now because it's such a bizarre set of facts. And so that's why I think the judge is under investigation. We don't know what the grand jury will find. Apparently, according to the Boston Globe, they are investigating. They're hearing different witnesses. So who knows where it will lead? But this is not what taxpayers who paid her a salary.
Are you on national TV? Are you on national TV saying that it was just the judge and nobody else? And you know as well as I do, being a federal prosecutor, that there got to be some evidence where the judge actively instructed someone, and you're just speculating right now. And we don't, as attorneys,
wait a minute.
We're speculating.
Look, there's evidence on the record where she says ICE is going to get him, and then in violation of the court rules, she turns off the tape recorder. And she doesn't turn off the tape recorder because she's obeying the court rules. She knows she's doing something, it seems, that's not appropriate. And next thing you know, the defendant, an illegal alien, is running out the back door onto the streets of Boston.
Well,
now,
yeah, well, he knew what he was getting here. He was getting a get out of, literally getting a get out of deportation free card. Okay, that's what he was getting here.
Well, here.
If
we
this
got two
defendant,
key witnesses, Brian and Laura. What about? Why don't we just get the prosecutor on the Laura Ingraham show, the prosecutor and the defense attorney, and say, what did the judge say? We got direct evidence.
Look, Leo, I love you, and if you want to
but-
be my booker, Andrew will not be happy about that. Okay, let me just say that. But we could, and we'll always take booking help, and I love that. But here's the problem: is in Massachusetts we have at least some of the counties are sanctuary counties. Boston itself is a sanctuary city, correct? So this is kind of in the DNA now of Boston, that you don't want to release people out the front door of the courtroom because ICE is going to, on occasion, we hope more than on occasion, be there to arrest them once they're released. And they know that.
Well,
that's why they go out the back door. Sneak out the back door.
I guess we now have sanctuary courtrooms.
Good
Well, let me
point.
just say this. Based on that, well, if you are having a sanctuary city, you have just stated that every official who endorsed a state-sponsored sanctuary city should be arrested for failing to cooperate with ICE. That's what you're basically saying.
That might go a little far, but not. Well, you're getting warm. You're getting warm, Leo. All right, great debate, you guys. Thanks so much.